Hello, this is Greg Brown, Superintendent of Schools for Abilene, Kansas, USD 435. The following presentation is a short summary of the regular Board of Education meeting held on Monday, October 10th, 2022. We invite anyone who has an interest in our school system to give us a call. Mr. Randy Gassman's business has been growing, making it increasingly difficult to serve as a volunteer on the school board. Randy's resignation was accepted and a brief discussion took place to describe the process of appointing someone to fill the remainder of Randy's term. We have posted the opening in the local newspaper and on social media. There's been a strong interest from individuals who would like to be considered. The Board of Education has recently decided to schedule a special meeting on Wednesday, November 2nd at 5 p.m. where they will review written responses to a set of questions that has been sent to each of the candidates. The special meeting will be structured to allow for face-to-face interviews and hopefully conclude with a motion to appoint a replacement. All of the discussion and the interviews will be open to the public because this is an elected position. The consent agenda should always have items that have either been discussed in open session previously or are fairly typical monthly considerations. The note page icons you see to the right of each consent agenda item indicates there is at least one document pertaining to that item. These documents are available to the public through the Board Docs website, which archives all of our board meeting packets. We want to thank Barb Lecron for her many years of service as a teacher and Dave Canfield for his years of service as our district's maintenance director. Barb's retirement will go into effect after this year has been completed, and Dave will be with us through December. Thank you as well to Coach Hook, Kelsey Johnston, Serena Keenan, and Sarah Mitchell for the commitment they have made to the students and families of Abilene schools. The middle school instructional leadership team, consisting of Sherry Smith, Dallas Maneely, Karina Ryland, Derek Burns, and Dr. DeLay, shared how the middle school teachers are facilitating productive struggle in the classroom. This productive struggle should help our students be more successful after they graduate from high school. This building goal was put in place through our district's involvement with the Leading for Impact Professional Learning Series last year. Every October, the Abilene School Board reviews our district's bully prevention policies. Our administrators are very intentional about addressing potential bullying behaviors whenever they are made aware of negative interactions that are taking place. Some parents are hesitant to call attention to their concerns, which can make it very difficult to effectively address bullying behaviors. As your superintendent of schools, I've been very impressed with how our building leaders have addressed concerns once they are made aware of them. The Abilene community has some amazing people who show a great deal of support for our students. 3 gifts were approved to be given to school programs during the board meeting. The first gift approved by the board was a $700 show of support from Black & Company to the high school FFA program. A second gift, which was passed through the Community Foundation of Dickinson County, was from the Holmstrom Ace High School Award Fund for a $500 grant to support Mrs. Henn's science instruction. A third gift, also passed through the Community Foundation for $5,000, was received from the Wendell and Nancy Googler Charitable Giving Fund to support the district's after-school program. The generosity of all 3 of these entities is remarkable. Thank you. The middle school cheerleading program has been successful beyond what we anticipated. After a very successful middle school football cheer season, we were expecting too many participants for just one gym during our winter seasons. To ensure adequate supervision, we recommended adding Mrs. Laura Ralph as an assistant cheer coach so we could have 2 squads each game night, one in the middle school gym and a second in the Eisenhower gym. We spent a few minutes sharing information discussed at the special board meeting on October 5th pertaining to the district's annual review of the strategic plan and the accreditation process. Although we would always like to hear from more of our staff, we were pleased to have 91 staff members answer the survey. We also had 90 patrons answer the same questions on a separate survey. Survey participants were asked to list things they felt provided at least some evidence of efforts being made to accomplish each goal. Participants were also asked to list challenges and/or tasks to be considered that might help take our district to higher level performance. This slide provides a partial list of the celebrations noted during the Board of Education work session. If you would like to see the complete list, feel free to check out the PowerPoint shared at the board meeting. The list shown here provides most of the challenges or refined tasks the administrative team will be working to address during the next 12 months. Dana Sprinkle presented the Board of Education with information about the fall season of the FastBridge Universal Screening. In June, the board reviews the end-of-the-year data in FastBridge. The end-of-the-year data is the information we use for accreditation purposes. The fall screening data serves a different purpose. The fall data is used to accurately identify at-risk students, identify instructional needs, suggest interventions, and determine next steps. Dana went on to share a brief description of progress monitoring. Our district has had some great success improving academic performance for students who begin at the high-risk level. The presentation slides Dana used during the board meeting are available for the public in the meeting packet. The learning report concluded with a brief report about the state math assessment results from AHS. This was not yet available during the June learning report. After some discussion, the Board of Education approved submitting a grant application valued at over $740,000. The discussion expressed concerns about possible expectations from the KDHE. As we all know, it is not unusual to receive specific guidelines from agencies that award a large sum of money. As we worked to finish the application the next day, we were told by a representative from KDHE the total amount would be significantly lower. For Abilene USD 435, we would only be eligible to receive approximately $150,000. Each of the written reports listed above are publicly available in the school board meeting agenda packet online. If you are interested in reading any or all of these reports, go to the district website, hover your cursor on the Board of Education tab, then move your cursor down to the Meeting Agenda button and click there. You'll be taken to the Board Docs site where the October 10th meeting is currently featured. You may review past meetings by clicking on the Meetings tab. Mr. Mike Leiby demonstrated the visitor badge system which we are planning to install in each of the schools. This system will provide an additional level of protection for our students and staff. When we approved the pile of recommended policy changes in August, we failed to state a date as needed in policy JBC. The Board of Education approved placing September 20th as the deadline for part-time students to be in attendance. The Board of Education went into executive session with Greg and Dana to ask a few questions they had about individual employees. Thank you for supporting Abilene Public Schools USD 435. We do not take the privilege of teaching the children of our community lightly. We will always work hard to provide students with a world-class educational experience. This is best accomplished when parents are well connected to their child's teacher. If you have questions or concerns about your child's classroom experiences, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone and give the teacher a call. Take care.